All right, everybody, we're going to take a crack at this. I'm not sure we've totally fixed it, but we're going to do our best with the game screen cutting back to this matchup between Opeyemi Oloro and Wellington Jighere. Um, again, the board is not super much better, but at least it's okay.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, everybody. Let's just hope for the best. We're gonna do our best to get the moves into you and do a little analysis of the games. So it obviously it's not what we would want, but we're gonna do our best. These are great Scrabble players that hopefully they'll still give us a lot of fun to analyze these games. I'll get the timer back here so that you can see at least whose turn it is, hopefully. But players should feel, I'm just going to tell them to start. Should be ready to rock here. Where's this timer? There we go. Okay, so we have our timers here. So yeah, first game, kind of all Wellington, Conrad, and Opeyemi has to shake that off and see if he can do a little bit better in game two, I guess.
Gotta score more, basically. It's not like he didn't have a chance to, be hanging in there in that last game. Things just kind of got out of hand.
Yeah.
But you know what I think Wellington's actual real secret is that you can't spell Wellington without either Nigel or Will.
Wow, that's nice.
So
And let's see, what do we see here? Gins as an opening play.
Jins.
I guess they had drawn their tiles and had told Opeyemi to just pause until playing. Hold on though. I think we have some kind of racks reversed here, maybe. That the rack on Wellington's side of the screen right now. Excuse me. It looks like we just had that for Opeyemi. I'm gonna just check on that. So I believe so. Anyway, did Wellington go first in that last game? I can't even remember. I think he did. All right, so Maxie's looks like the play coming down. We'll let you guys see that a little more clearly. So that seems reasonable here. An interesting choice of laxism. I'm not sure I would have thought of that there, using one more tile.
Yeah.
So Maxie seems okay, though it does give some scary overlaps back.
Yeah, though I think the
Uh,
L actually does kind of augment that BT
True,
thing a
yeah.
bit. So especially, the A probably won't stay open for able words much, but I think the one point you can make a justification for the leave there. How do you feel about
L's,
Jins versus Jin though? I know we had to play like that yesterday.
we
I'm
did.
very firmly in a camp of the whole S debate, but what do you think for 2 points?
This early, I guess the only reason I would consider playing that S is just because you have a V, and maybe it might be nice to get a little help for the V in the form of like an R or an E or something like that, as opposed to keeping VSS. That being said, I'm sure I still play Jin here, just because the value of an S going forward is a lot, right? Like your opponent can make a play that makes it really, really helpful that you have an S, and you can continue to deploy those S's in the future and get more than 2 points for them as a result. So I have no idea what's going on here. Let's see. So I think the racks are reversed. I'm trying to, you know, see if we can figure out what's happening with that as blood goes down parallel to vow. So vow, blood. I don't think anything that much better. That looks like a great play. 40 points.
Yeah.
So I
But vow keeping ADLS sets up a really nice spot. Well, has the D hook for Jins, the A hook for a vow. Lots of opportunity for, I presume, Opeyemi to bingo next turn once we see his 7 letters.
so yeah, just trying to figure out. I'm trying to get some clarity on what's going on here. The racks. I thought that in this game, Opeyemi went first. Okay, I have that correct. So I think the racks are reversed.
Oh yeah, the racks are reversed for sure.
They're switching. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're switching computers or something, I guess, so that the racks are going to start to be correct again, I believe. I think the game, yeah, they've paused the timers to try to fix this.
Opeyemi seems very nonplussed by the whole situation.
Yeah, as you could understand, of course, given the scenario, you've just lost a game. It's been frustrating. I think Wellington now has 70 points here to 54 is my estimate of this score, but I'm not 100% sure, so we're going to try to figure that out. So, again, the board is challenging to look at here. We do have this available to show you a nice, clear image. So I believe Opeyemi started with Jins. We were debating whether he should play that S. Wellington plays Maxis, Opeyemi Vow, and Wellington Blood. So I think we are correct now. So, all right, I'm going to tell the players to continue. So once we figure out what the rest of Opeyemi's rack is, that will actually allow us to try to figure out what he would play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry everybody for the challenges here. It's must be a function of moving to this room, which looks like a very nice, luxurious room for the players to compete in. But something, messing with the bandwidth in this room for sure.
Yeah.
So, blutered is actually a word. That's funny. I didn't realize that. Hello to physics is fun from MSP. What is that airport? I don't even know. Minneapolis, St. Paul?
St. Paul.
Okay.
Where are you off to today, physics? What exciting locale from MSP, or are you just going home? My guess is it's a layover, but Deldart loves to get blutered before. Do I dare say that? Is that a bad thing? I don't know if I should be saying that word.
Kranakan. Oh God, yeah.
Debated?
I'm very scared to define this word in any public manner, lest we get canceled
now
forever.
You have to do it.
All right, here we go. Let's see what this is. Oh, okay. That's not so bad.
Oh, that sounds really good.
That's pretty delish.
Yeah. Where is the
a physics conference?
Yeah, where is it?
What's more fun, a physics conference or a national Scrabble championship? I wonder.
Well, physics is fun.
That's true. We do have that in its favor. Physics is fun. Hold on, let me see here. Not sure why I did this. All right. So, let's see. That actually sounds pretty sick. Yeah, Kranakan. That's a great definition, by the way. It's a very long, specific definition. So we like that.
I mean, I would eat that personally.
So
I like all of those things: cream, raspberries, whiskey, and notes. Cool. Scotland is responsible for some wonderful words. That is very true. How many Scottish words for drunk are there?
Oh my God, there's so many, and they're so useful. They are so useful.
Stocious and blutered.
All right, I'm getting everybody sorted out with who should be doing which rack on their side, which is kind of important. So once we figure that out, we'll start up again. Okay, I think we are sorted because Wellington did just have that rack of Blooted where he played Blood, and Opeyemi is now on turn holding Laroids.
Oh, so he's probably pissed off because he's waiting this whole time and has no good plays.
Yeah, that's probably part of the annoyance, and it looks like he's going to play something like Laud here. That makes some sense. So now, with Laud on the board, I think there's probably maybe better plays, and Wellington very quickly responding here. Hold on, let's just see if we can figure out where as the board goes dead. All right, so Wellington played something relatively quickly here. It's worth noting that Laud created a second big A hook on the board. So now you've got a Vow available and also Alod. So anything with an A is especially useful here. It'll play in a lot of different places.
Yeah. Though I feel like if you're going to go on the offensive here, like, I don't know, why not play down with Jins?
That's a good point. As it looks like Wellington has played Heft for 31, leaving IE. That looks like clearly correct play from hit. Well, not clearly correct. There are other choices he could make that are a little shorter, but it's a decent idea. A little scary with the hooks to Heft, including R, D, and indeed an S. So Opeyemi has.
To be clear, I'm trolling, and Hefty does not take an S.
It doesn't. Oh, Weft is the one. Weft is the one that does. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Resonata or something coming down here.
I would think so. Yes, we do see Resonata, and Vice is coming down, or Weiss, I should say, is coming.
That was the Tim Weiss spelling.
Tim.
Weiss. If anyone, you get that joke. If you know, you know.
So that's an interesting choice here because there was this available as well, a little safer, doesn't expose anything in the triple lane, but maybe Wellington feels that it's okay to make a play like Weiss here just because there's already some openings on the board that are more pressing to deal with. Interesting choice there. Let me get the scores right. They're very different now.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that maybe he's trying to neutralize the Vow hook over time, but like with Resonata's wide open, I don't know.
So what did he just play? Patio and a Vow. Oh, okay. That's actually a nice play. That scores quite well. It gets the P on this triple letter score going all the way across. It does sort of get in the way of the W of Weiss, and Opeyemi doesn't have that great of a play there. Did he just pick it up? I think he did. Yeah, he's picked Patio back up, and I wonder what he's thinking about because I don't think there's anything too much better for him. Certainly not better scoring than this play, but Patio here looks pretty good to me, Conrad.
It looks good to me. He may be playing Mind Games International with Wellington here, taking the time-tested strategy of putting your tiles on the board, staring at them, then picking them back up. So maybe he's just playing some mind games here. For that
strategy. Yeah, that strategy is one we've seen quite a bit of placing tiles down, picking them back up. That's a fun strategy. I do feel like you have to be careful with that against a strong player. The more tiles you show, the more information your opponent has to do something with. But maybe the psychological damage you're causing by doing that stuff outweighs that.
I have to imagine Patio is going to get played eventually. Maybe
I think so.
One more look for bingos. But where?
Yeah, so we do think this is playing. If we were going to imagine a play that would go down instead of this, as it looks like he has he's drawing tiles here. So let's just see. We can't really see yet what he's put on the board, but I'm going to guess that he's gone back to his original play. I would be very surprised to not see that here. So actually, Wellington is the one with 127, and Opeyemi has 171 right now after his bingo of Resonata. Sorry about that. Oh, no, he has played something else. He played Opa and Plod. That's really surprising to me
What?
He picked up Patio and played Opa here. That's kind of a shock. As Wellington responds by playing Bowie to the top of the board. So that looks clearly correct, but I'm really surprised by that
Yeah,
play change.
I don't understand.
Hold on, what did he
The,
had?
the, the
Being
streamer is broken.
yeah. I'm surprised by that. So Wellington up to 160 instead. Opeyemi taking way fewer points and just clearly trying to draw something. Oh boy, what do we got here? So is there is this going to be an okay word to play here on the stream? Opeyemi's tiles here. Um, oh, looks like
Yeah, he
what
missed
is
it.
he just played
He maybe he thought it was taken out. I don't
he
know.
played
Playing fog.
Fog. Yeah, he played Fog, and it looks like Wellington responded just by playing Ugg here. Um, that's pretty solid. There's really no, actually, surprisingly, there aren't that many scoring plays any better than that. And we're
Yeah.
seeing the plays coming in super quick. As soon as there's a pause in the action, we'll recap exactly what's happening. Oh, if that's YEA, that's a big mistake.
It is YEA, yeah.
Yeah, so this in particular for 15 points for Opeyemi, he's going to be up to 178. But I just want to point out that this play of YEA, the same letters would have played a few squares over for twice the number of points, 30 points in that spot. So that's a pretty big miss to leave 15 points on the board like that. So YEA is the play, though, for Opeyemi. And back over to Wellington. And he has good bingo tiles here, but I don't think quite a bingo yet. So we'll see what he elects to do. Okay, it's completely unviewable. Aureate on the rack, though, for
He drew Aureate.
Opeyemi.
That's a good escape,
Yeah.
get out of jail free card
So a bingo
if it's good
available,
out.
if it stays open, will play here, Aureate. Actually, it almost fits even further, slotting a little bit further. But all right, let's see what Wellington elects to play here. He's really close to a bingo, so I fully expect. What has he played there? Did he play
Yeah.
like I can't even tell. Something off of Resonata that goes all the way down? Did he play Eating?
I guess so.
I mean, it's just totally unfollowable right now. Um, so, yeah, I'm not sure, but that would be a pretty amazing play if he did that because it would block Aureate, right? Like, that's kind of.
Yeah.
If he actually did play Eating there, let's see if we got that. There it is. Okay, so Eating.
Ooh.
Eating leaving EO. That seems really surprising, but actually it somehow was like a magic bullet that's going to stop it's going to stop Opeyemi from bingoing with this difficult rack. It just reduced his score massively somehow. So
Yeah. I
kudos
mean,
to
what do you,
Welly.
yeah, what do you like? It seems like with a rack like that, I don't know. I'd probably be more inclined to play short and try to answer back because I know that opponent is close to a bingo. But
Absolutely. I would be looking to fish for sure. Even though the board is not great for it for ING, at least there's an R. Did he?
yeah,
Oh, he doesn't have an R, sorry. He didn't have an
yeah.
R or a D. Aureate was on Opeyemi's rack. Okay, Opeyemi plays Naturi for
Does he not know?
18
Does he not know
points.
Hefter?
I don't know. Yeah, something like this would be considerably better for
Yeah.
score. So Naturi for 18. That's pretty surprising as well. So, all right, Naturi for 18 makes the game absolutely even. Perfectly even game. And the board looks viewable right now.
Yeah.
Look how crisp. Oh my God. Okay, everyone, please appreciate this moment while it's here. This is a Scrabble board for anybody that's been watching. So we'll see here. Wellington has, I'm sure by saying that now, I've now jinxed it. It looks like he's frozen in place, although that can't be because Opeyemi's moving, and that's the same shot. Okay, Odium looks like a good idea for Wellington here
Yeah,
with the Dopa
definitely.
hook. This looks really good, leaving ET.
Except he's gonna play Tedium instead.
Wow, Tedium. I'm stunned by that because just to show you guys, Tedium is a good play, leaving an O, but you could play Odium, leaving the ET combination, which is significantly better for starting
Yeah.
your next turn with a chance to bingo. So I'm a little surprised. I don't know.
I think he knew that his opponent had the P hook.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Like
amazing.
Wellington clearly is very prescient in terms of what his opponents have, but in this
Yeah.
case, it's still not enough as Opeyemi. But again, playing really fast, he could, get more points
Yeah.
again.
There's a number of plays. Privates is about to be played, but there are a bunch of plays that
Pre-visit.
yeah, pre-visit, previous, pervious, any of those to the T are going to score 6 more
Yeah.
points. So
But
six
even
points
through
on
the
the
eye
board.
though, right? You could play pre-visit.
Absolutely. If you
it's
don't want to
probably
put,
points.
yeah. Oh, he might be. So
Maybe he saw it.
as Conrad says, something like pre-visit here gets you more points without incurring the risk of placing a letter in the triple lane as you would with pervious. So this is a decent move. This is the move that was placed on the board originally. It still appears to be there. And Wellington actually has the second blank and a findable bingo in attorney through the T of tedium at the top of the board. And okay, there it is. It's coming down.
Yeah.
And the ability to see the tiles is, I'm loving it. I'm very happy. I'm not sure if anything's changed on that end, but it's really welcome. I will say that this is a perfectly excellent play. Let me fix the scores here. I'm sorry. Wellington currently has 242. Opeyemi has 285 after his bingo. But the highest scoring bingo here is pretty epic. I have not seen it suggested in the chat, and I'm going to show you guys for that reason.
80... I see it. To be clear, I definitely see it.
Do you see it? Okay.
I think it's through the P, yeah.
Anatropy, yeah. 86 points is a pretty impressive play here. Whether this is the best play or not, I'm not sure, but it gets 6 more points. Obviously, Trey, I should say.
So the reason it wasn't that hard of a find is he put out, or had he? Oh no, it was us. I was thinking like, well, we already put the P out in the first spot, so you'd immediately see it. But maybe that's why it's easier for us on the stream to see Anatropy because we put that P out in space.
True. So anyway, in any case, Wellington bingoing here, that's a good play, except the Z does punish that placement, and maybe Anatropy actually works out slightly better, although I'm sure there are still some scary things, given that if we cut to this actual... Right? Yeah, I was going to say the K is going to still hit pretty hard there. I don't know if there's necessarily a 5-letter word ending in K with this rack, but either way, on the Trez turn, there's even another crazy play of Krantz for 78, which would have been extremely impressive as well. So the players here making very, very good plays, but there have been slight improvements. Yeah, they're playing fast. There have been slight improvements. And now we're at the very end of the game. And now it's definitely worth cutting to. We have a little screen that I use for tracking. Let me see if I can come up with it here. Hopefully this works. Have our little flashy graphic here. Oh, right. But it's actually, hold on. It's actually from Wellington's POV, which means we got to flip the board because he plays upside down. And now we are ready to actually potentially analyze this pre-end game from Wellington's perspective, though I see the timers are also off here. Hold on. We're almost ready to analyze, folks. So, yeah, here we go. No, this is the screen I wanted, and I want this. There. All right. Now, the unseen tiles to Wellington are as follows. They contain a Q and a U. So he has a really tricky scenario here, actually. He's down by 30. There are 2 tiles in the bag. There's not a ton of space available to open stuff up, but he has good bingo tiles, and I bet there are some clever fishes he can make here that let him bingo in different places on the board. Um, I don't know. This is a turn where you're going to be happy that you're playing quickly because it's. I'm sure this is going to be very challenging to analyze accurately.
Yeah, I mean, in many cases, because you're down 29, seeing QU in the bag, like you're kind of feeling like you're gonna have to play a bingo maybe to win the game. Um, I don't know. There's all yeah, it's this is definitely one where you're gonna need to take some time. So you're also trying to maybe block some of those Q spots, or maybe you're just going for maximum volatility, just try to bingo out. Because it's gonna be very hard for Opeyemi to bingo out himself. So or to block everything. So
Yeah.
maybe you just look for something that's gonna a 2-tile draw, or look for some 2-tile draws that'll play maybe through the T into the G or through the A and the G, but really finding something in that bottom left hand side.
So a really clever suggestion of REM, just playing REM, setting up your C. I don't know how well that necessarily works unless you draw something good. I feel like I'm feeling a little bit worried in a lot of cases that I can't beat something like Quaked through the A of Attorney, right? Like there's definitely
Yeah.
stuff that sort of demands that you go for a bingo somewhere. And the problem with a play like Quaked is that it blocks a lot of the good places that you might like to bingo yourself, like the T of Trez and
So
the
it
A of
opens a new
Attorney.
lane.
It
It
does
opens a new
op-
lane.
it does open a new lane, so maybe trying to beat a play like that with a 7-letter bingo is the way to go. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
I don't
It
really
seems like
trust the
you
engine
want to
here
keep.
either.
Yeah. Seems like you want to maybe keep both vowels, knowing that there's only 3 vowels out of 9 total remaining tiles.
Mm.
And 2 of the letters you're playing to or through are going to be a T and a G, also consonants. I don't know. Or if you assume a worst case like Quaked, knowing that you'll have to play a 7, you need 2 vowels.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, I'm tempted to just ask the engine what it thinks, even though I don't really trust that it's going to come up with a good solution to this because the players are human beings, not machines. So, taking that into account, not players aren't going to find every last possibility here, whereas the machine assumes you will. But it certainly feels like a situation where I would feel like I'm in serious trouble without drawing into a bingo here. And I would be trying to figure out which tile or tiles do I need to play to maximize my chance. Um,
Yeah.
to set up Cree under attorney. Quim, you lose. Yeah, that's problematic. Simple plays to that M. Um, is Rancel possible as a play through attorney to just push for the end of the game as quickly as possible? I don't know. That's interesting. Um,
I mean, one interesting one that at least I think has a non-zero chance of winning is to fish the S,
oh my god.
right?
um,
And if you draw the I, you get Caroline or Creeling, which I suspect would be enough to win either way.
that looks pretty good. Fishing the S and trying to draw the I. If you can't find any other play that has any winning chances at all, at least there's that gives you non-zero winning chances here. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. So just to on the analysis board, I'll just walk that through. So when you play your S somewhere, let's see, what would be the best possible place? Not this, not hefts. That's not what you want to do. So I don't know, maybe just resonatas and Uggs or something. When you do that, if you draw the I,
Ooh, he's putting down Lancer. So he's
it
trying to just go
is
out go out first and
Just
win.
go as hard for the out as possible here, huh?
He's
Okay.
going for the scoring never stops approach.
So Lancer, um, that's a
Yeah.
interesting choice here. I wonder if he's hoping to avoid, or maybe he's trying to catch Opeyemi. This is good because it blocks Quim, which is the easiest Q play probably. But if he has Q, excuse me, if he has QUI, he's probably playing his Q somewhere, but maybe not for that much.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
his strategy could simply be like go out in one, and if Opeyemi has the Q and not the U, then he can win. I mean, like that's a reasonable line to go for
for
is
sure.
catching opponent with Q.
Um, as things get a little fuzzier here. So, I mean, in this particular case, after Lancer, he's going to get hit with something like Equid along the triple line, and that's going to be pretty much game
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
But this is a grim scenario for Wellington, and it's hard to really tease out what gives him his highest winning chances here. Um, helps, yeah, helps, right?
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, Equid is just gonna be too much.
Yeah, so Equid here for 47 as a result of this play is going to come down. Just because Opeyemi has this play available doesn't make this a mistake. With Lancer, you're just trying to sort of triangulate, what are the most realistic winning chances, and maybe it is the case that going for a U-less Q to be on Opeyemi's rack, you try to draw the U out of the bag and have Opeyemi struggling to do much with that Q. Could be the most realistic shot that Wellington has here.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know if we can go back and go look at the see what Quackle would have done, but
On the Lancer turn,
yeah,
so when I simmed it, it wanted one tile fishes. It
it did.
definitely
Okay.
it only wanted one tile fishes. The
Okay.
fish that it seemed to like the best was fishing an N, which is kind of interesting because I'm not sure if that actually bingos in multiple places that can't both be blocked, right? So I
Yeah,
worry that Quackle and oh wow, Wellington potentially placing the S on here, which is going to still yield Equid, doesn't change anything.
yeah,
But maybe he's trying to work out that certain scenarios work out a little better for him here. I don't know. Placing the S on doesn't feel right just because the S feels like a flexible tile to have in the end game, but maybe he goes out easily. Oh, what's happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Lancers.
Lancers.
What?
So Lance is a word. Is he just? I mean, this is definitely points for creativity here. Um, yeah, not valid. I feel like this is very likely to get picked up. Yeah, he picks it up. He picks it up.
All right, now
Um,
he's gonna fish the S. Now that he's showed his opponent his entire rack.
yeah,
This
that
is
would.
all one big ploy.
So the actual tiles in the bag, looking at this rack and what is available to be drawn is, hold on. So
It's
given
HL.
HL. Okay, so it is
So
HL.
Lancer would give helps as an outplay, but unfortunately, Equid would outrun that. So that's kind of what we're looking at
Got it. Okay.
for
Yeah,
the
as
moment.
yeah, as you guys have noted, I guess helps scoring a ton of points down here, right? Like this idea in the
Yeah,
lower
I don't think
corner.
playing just Lance saving. I mean, not that he would know this, but hurls in the bottom right. I don't think that's going to be enough either. As long as you leave Quim
Yeah.
open, if I'm allowed to say Quim.
I guess, yeah. I mean, hopefully that's not super insulting. I know it's a foul word, dirty word, but yeah, it's. I don't think it's even in Twitch auto modding.
And it's
So
not. And triplex is.
really,
Yeah, I had to allow triplex at the beginning of this game. Triplex.
Is that like an emote or something? Like maybe it's an emote with a bad history or something. I'm curious about
I
that.
think it just means Clem.
Clem, totally. Wow, Wellington is using the board as a little bit of a workspace here. This is still gonna get smashed by Quaked through the A of Attorney. You can see Opeyemi really does have a bunch of options here. And Clem, again, it uses 3 tiles. That's the play. So Clem is the move that Wellington has made. He's going to go to 346 to 351.
Oh, there's
And
an Equipe now.
oh, yeah. Okay. So this is a very nice option. Although I feel like Quaked is competitive with this play, probably.
Oh,
But let's just a lot of it depends on the second play in the sequence. Wellington now draws his H and L out of the bag to join his ERNS, and he doesn't really. There's not going to be much for him to do here. So Equip is actually a significantly better play than Quaked here because, let's see, Quaked would give what? Well, just not a good enough second play. Whereas
right.
Equip with this spelling gives you a couple different places to play Dank, Kind, other stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
definitely going to work out better. So nicely played by Opeyemi. He's going to move up to 405. And Welly can play big in that same spot you guys saw the word helps. He can play hurls and herns, as Conrad said. And we're going to see that be played here. Actually, we don't know for sure yet what it looks like an N to me. Yeah, Hearns is the play. And then we're going to, oh, wow, it's worse than that, actually. So the reason Equip is so good, hold on. Yeah, he's playing it. Look at that. An even better play. 31
Yeah.
points in the upper corner. That's
Nice.
obviously very, very well played endgame by Opeyemi. And he's going to
Yeah.
come out on top here.
Yeah,
Wow.
and use his time very wisely with an entire 15 minutes left,
True.
handling his inner Tega.
Um, so yeah. So this is going to be as soon as he hits his clock to finish this game off. I'm believing that the score of this game is going to be 438 to 385, and that's going to be Opeyemi equalizing this series at 1 game apiece. So I'll write that here. This is actually, sorry, it was finals round 2. I forgot to update that. It's going to be finals round 3. All right. So there you have it. I guess he hasn't yet hit his clock, or maybe he's just forgotten to. I see stuff getting moved around. The timer is still running. I'm sure that nobody is that worried about that as a technicality here. Um, yeah, pretty strange game. No idea what's going on at any point. Hopefully, that's not entirely because of production issues and also because of play choosing, which has been a lot of fun to sink our teeth into. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts on the what we're seeing here, Conrad?
Just playing too fast, honestly, is kind of what it feels like. There's just plays like Eating, Laud, Nature, like though all the plays that seemed like clear mistakes were all
Mm,
made very quickly. That's one thing. I mean, perhaps Opa not being a good example of that, but like for the most part, it feels like the mistake plays were played too fast.
mm.
And so I think just like calm down a bit or just like rein it in for some of these plays and just try to give yourself more chances. You shouldn't end up with playing Resonata there for 61 or whatever. It's just not 62. It shouldn't happen
Mm.
that much of the time. That's my main takeaway. What do you think?
I would agree. I am as somebody that has, become a little I basically only play blitz against computer opponents online on my own time anymore. I like fast games, but I still play slow as molasses during these tournament games because I feel
Yeah.
like there's so much to think about. So,
Yeah.
um, all right, I think we're going to launch right into game 3.
Wow.
Um, Okay, so let me just make sure that we're coordinated here on the back end of things. I'm gonna have to fix the timers because they got moved slightly. But yeah, I just want to. Yeah, game three is gonna start immediately, so we'll be able to go right into another game. After which we are guaranteed at least a game four, because the players have split the first two games 1-1, and we're gonna take a 15-minute break after this game. So that's
Yeah.
the schedule right now.